Hello, you lovely people. How are we all? Hope we're doing well. Hope you've all had a good weekend. Now, today's video, I want to talk to you about protein powders. A lot of people are unsure whether they should be taking them. Are they missing out on the secret ingredient? Protein. Okay, so first of all, protein powders are not magic. You're not going to take a protein drink once a day and suddenly start building muscle. It's one of those things, it's there to supplement your diet, okay? So if you're struggling to get your protein target hit every single day consistently, then protein powder can be a great way to bump up your daily protein, okay? So I tend to have like 2 to 3 scoops a day just because it's so convenient, okay? Like in between meals, it's a great way to sort of bridge that gap, maybe between your breakfast and your lunch or between your lunch and your dinner. So you're not hungry in between those meals. It's very, very high in protein. So you're getting like 21 grams of protein in per scoop. What I tend to do is just double up. So I'm getting like 40 grams of protein and that will keep you full for a little while. It's also really, really tasty. This one's cinnamon donut flavor, but you can get a lot of really nice tasting proteins these days. It used to be just chocolate, strawberry, banana. Now there's tons of different ones. So just find the flavors that you like. It's so convenient because you can take it with you on the go. So if you're out for the day or you're traveling up on a train somewhere, take a couple of scoops in your protein shaker, and then you can have that to sort of bridge the gap between your next meal, keeping you nice and full, okay? So like I said, it's not essential. If you can hit your protein intake through real food, that's always better. But chances are, especially if you're a heavier individual, like myself, you're gonna struggle to hit your protein intake just through food, okay? So I need roughly 200 plus grams of protein a day. If I did that just through food, I'd be eating all the time. So with this, it's really, really helpful. I have a couple of scoops in the morning and I'll have a scoop in between sort of lunch and dinner. You might not need that much. If your protein intake's a little bit lower, you might be able to hit it just for your food, but it's an option to have if you're always falling short of your protein intake. Then looking to get in a nice whey protein, okay? So whey protein is probably the cheapest form of protein out there. However, you need to make sure that if you do have a whey protein, it digests well for you. It's quite common for a lot of people, if they have a whey protein, they might feel like they're a little bit bloated, a little bit gassy, or it makes them need the toilet after, okay? If that's the case, you might want to swap to a protein isolate, which is a higher standard, higher quality of protein, and then if it's still the case, dropping down to a vegan whey, okay? Vegan wheys are really, really good. I have a lot of my clients on vegan whey because it doesn't cause as many digestive issues. If someone is maybe lactose intolerant or very sensitive to whey protein, vegan whey is brilliant, and a lot of the time you won't have any digestive issues. So they are your options, okay? Whey protein is probably the cheapest. This one's 67 servings, so you get a lot out of it. If you were thinking like you needed to have 67 servings of chicken breast, that's a hell of a lot of chicken, and it's also very expensive. Whereas this, it's not too expensive. It's very, very cost effective. It's reasonably cheap. Just have a tub in your cupboard. It's great because you don't just need to have it as a protein shake. I think a lot of people think, oh no, I don't want to drink a protein shake, that's horrible. But you can mix it in with your oats to make protein oats, which is really tasty. You can mix it in with like Greek yogurt to make a bit of a dessert. You can put that in the freezer and it makes kind of like an ice cream. Or you can just shake it up with your cereal and use that as the milk to bump up the protein intake in stuff like your cereal, or you can bake with it. There's so many options. It doesn't just have to be a protein shake that you drink down. There's so many different things that you can do with it to bump up your overall intake for the day. So like I said, it's really cost effective. It's tasty if you get the right one. I've always gone with Perform protein. As soon as it came out, that's the only protein that I've pretty much gone with. I just rotate through the flavors. So that's something I'd recommend as well. Having a couple of different flavors in or rotating through flavors so you don't get bored of it. There's some amazing flavors out there now, like carrot cake, chocolate brownie, loads of different ones. So find a couple that you really like and then start seeing how you can incorporate it into your food. So like I said, into your cereals, into your oats, into your Greek yogurt. You can bake with it and make sort of like brownies, protein bites, that kind of thing. So there's so much you can do with it. But like I said, it's not a magic supplement. It's just there to help you reach your protein intake. And if you can do that without it, then fair play to you, just stick with that. But if you are struggling to hit it, then get a couple of tubs in your cupboard and you'll find it so much easier to hit your protein intake on a day-to-day basis. So any questions at all on that, please give me a shout. I'm always here to help if you have any questions. But guys, have an amazing day and I'll speak to you soon.